Hey Leo, welcome to your reading. Happy New Year. I hope it was awesome for you. I hope that you have a wonderful new year. I'm going to be doing a reading on you. I'm going to be taking a look at your current energy, where your energy or focus should be. Then I'm going to take a look at where you can find support at this time. Then I'm going to take a look at any hidden potentials that you may or may not be aware of, things that you may need to eradicate from your life, and some lessons that need to be learned. And then I'm going to ask messages from spirit. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's see the message from spirit. House 7. So house 7 is a natural Libra house. This is all about relationships, business partnerships, unity. It can also talk about other people, profound relationships, can even talk about intimacy, romantic pairing, or partnerships. Okay. So speaking of partnerships, we have the Lovers in reverse for the current energies. Where you need to focus, 10 of Swords. Oh man, you got to drop that, whatever that is. The 10 of Cups for where you can find support at this time. Hidden potential is the Page of Swords. What needs to be eradicated is the High Priestess, and the Hangman is your lesson. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Lovers in reverse for your current energy. Tell me about that Lovers in reverse for Leo. Leo, for some of you, I feel like something may just be unrequited. And I feel like it's possible you may just need to end the idea that it'll continue, or you need to kind of let go of the idea that there's a possibility it could happen. I hate to say that. The 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups in reverse. For a lot of you, you're very concerned with a disconnect between you and a person, either that already transpired, but it could be something that hasn't even happened yet. And I say that because the 9 of Swords is right next to the 2 of Cups in reverse. And so this is a sense of you kind of worrying that you and this person will always be broken up, or worrying that you and this person, the love is not equal, or that you and this person are going to have some kind of disconnect, or this person won't understand you, whatever the case is. And it's causing you to have like kind of sleepless nights, or it's causing you anxiety in some way, form, or fashion. And so there's this sense of you kind of wanting to work on it, but at the same time, for some of you, you're just trying to completely get it out of your head, and you're trying to throw yourself into your work. It's like maybe you're focused on your finances, like this is the one thing that's sure in your life right now, so that's the one thing you kind of want to focus on. Because it's like when we have something that's really not working in our life, sometimes we tend to focus on the things that are working in our life, right? Which is common sense. And so I feel like for some of you, especially if it's some kind of relationship, it's causing you way more anxiety than is really necessary. And whether it's because of that person, or it's because of old traumas, or whatever the case, like that's like an issue. And so for some of you, you're not really sure what to do. So you're just kind of burying yourself into your hobbies, your work, etc., as almost like a distraction, because you're not really sure what the right decision is. Okay. So let's take a look at the 10 of Swords for where you need to be focusing your energy. Tell me about that 10 of Swords for Leo. The Hermit in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. It's like, I feel like there's this sense of you knowing the truth about a situation, but it's like you may keep trying to push it down. You may be trying to convince yourself, for some of you, that you're just paranoid, or that you're just under a lot of stress, or you're just anxious, and that's why you're thinking this way. I think that for a lot of you, there could be some kind of coworker situation that you need to kind of put to bed. Because I just feel like there's something that you know, but you keep trying to push it aside because you're like, oh, I'm just overthinking things, or, well, I don't really know the truth about that because this person was just being unclear, or whatever. When I feel like the reality of the situation is that you don't really want to grasp the reality of it, even though I think that you feel it on an internal, deeper, visceral level even. But it's kind of this sense of maybe wanting to ignore it, but Spirit's wanting you with that 10 of Swords, the Hermit in reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. It's like, is the juice really worth the squeeze? Is all of this anxiety and this worry and this stress really worth it, when I feel like deep down you know an underlying truth, and it's like you're not maybe wanting to accept it? And even if it's not about love, even if it's about career, You may be having a hard time listening to your higher self because you're just busy focused on you, and or you're just busy focused on putting your head down, nose to the grindstone, and just working and doing what, doing what is normal, going about your routine, etc., when really you're just disconnected from your higher self or disconnected from your heart space because you're not really doing something you actually love. And for some of you, it's kind of killing your spirit in some kind of way. And it's like the sense of you not trusting yourself, even though you know that you should be. And it's like you keep holding on to like this old way of work or this old person or this old way of doing something when really it's just causing you a lot of emotional problems, and it's causing you a lot of triggers. Tell me about that moon in reverse. The Queen of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you, you're doing some kind of mundane work, or you're doing something that doesn't really fit you. Like there's something that is bigger for you. So for some of you, maybe you're stuck at a desk job, right? Or stuck at a desk job at 9 to 5, but really you're an absolutely amazing singer and you haven't done anything with it because you're just so used to doing the normal day-to-day routine, etc., that this has just become your new norm. And sometimes when we get too comfortable, I don't even know if you really want to call it that, but sometimes when we get too comfortable in a situation just because we've been doing it, like that repetition, just because we've been doing it and doing it and doing it, it's like we forget about our true heart's desires or our true soul's desire, which ultimately ends up killing our soul in the end in some way, form, or fashion. So we have the 10 of Cups for support that you could find at this time. The Page of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse. There could be somebody that you really want to talk to when it comes to your family, but there could be like a blockage there, or you're too afraid to take some kind of opportunity, or you're too afraid to take that leap of faith, specifically with a family member, because maybe there's emotional blocks between the two of you, or it's like, once again, it's like because this is Uranus energy, and then we have the 8 of Wands in reverse, and it's like Uranus energy is about doing things that are different or doing something out of the box, and it seems like you're kind of having a hard time, or you're too afraid to take that leap because you can't see what's underneath, right? And I feel like that's kind of the point. But it's like you have somebody here who could help you, like in regard, maybe it's a person and you're in a relationship with, or it could be like a family member of some sorts. But especially if there's like gossip, rumors, drama in regards to a work situation, or there's a boss that's just a total dick that talks crap about his employees or talks crap about you and then turns around and plays the victim, or some, like, I'm almost getting like what's it called, like clicky type of groups in some way, or maybe some very judgmental people or a person in your vicinity where your family could actually help you in some kind of way. How could the family or this 10 of Cups help? The Ace of Cups in reverse. Whoever this is, or whatever this is, whatever group this is, whatever person this is, it could help you to actually find your true calling and give you maybe some kind of encouragement in regards to what direction to go. So it's like maybe you do want to be a singer and there's a singer in the family. Okay. And maybe you could ask for their advice in some way, shape, or form, or even just somebody that you could really vent to. So we have the Page of Swords for potential that you may or may not be aware of at this time. Tell me about this, please. I feel like you have a lot of ideas. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Cups. Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of ideas. I feel like you need to free those ideas, because it seems like you have all of these ideas that are just like tied up like some poor victim in your basement. Like you're like Jeffrey Dahmer or something, right? Like holding these, I mean, it's not funny, okay, but like holding these ideas hostage. And it's like you have all of these ideas and they're just sitting with you and you're just not doing anything with them. And you have more options than you realize. But the thing is that you don't realize them, or you do, and you're just keeping them in your basement because you're so focused on the mundane and the day-to-day, etc. And for some of you, if this is about a love situation, I think that you have a lot more options than you realize, but you're needing to actually put yourself out there and not keep yourself in the house all the time. Or it's like, oh no, why doesn't anyone love me? Or why don't I have any love options? And you're like busy, eating potato chips on the couch every day and watching Netflix. Like Netflix ain't gonna find you nobody, or like whatever the case is. And it's like, I think that you have a lot of these ideas that you need to free. free within yourself, but it's like you're too busy being emotionally triggered by an unrequited love, or you're being too triggered by some kind of you're too triggered by the fact that you're not following your path, but you're just like sticking to what works or what you know. And listen, I'm a Taurus rising, Taurus moon, okay, Venus and Scorpio. I got a lot of fixed energy, and I am very keen on sticking to what but it's like you need to do maybe something a little bit different. God, sorry. There's like a weird thing going on with my hair here, and it's just really bothering me. But you have to free these ideas from their shackles. Okay, so you have the High Priestess for something that you need to get rid of. And I feel like this is about your gut feelings about something that I was talking about earlier. Can you tell me about this High Priestess, universe, spirits, and guides? The Four of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Cups. It's about trusting your intuition. And the thing is that you keep trying to shush your intuition, or you keep trying to put your intuition right down in that Jeffrey Dahmer basement with your freaking ideas, because you're like, no, hush, hush. I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I mean, like, are you? Nine of Swords, Two of Cups in reverse. We're like, really? Are you comfortable, Leo? Are you? Why don't you get uncomfortable? And I bet you this Nine of Swords will go away. Because that Nine of Swords is going to turn in reverse, and that's where you're going to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to get your ass up and move and stay right instead of being in your damn comfort zone. Like, you want what it is that you want, then go fight for what you want. You can have it. It can be yours. Take a load off. Take a load off of your soul. Take a load off of your heart and actually do something for it. Because I really feel like all you're doing by suppressing your intuition or your soul's calling and whatever this is, or like not thinking outside of the box, or being too afraid to take that leap because you don't know what's underneath. All that's doing is blocking your blessings. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiterian energy, and that's like all the abundance that you could possibly ask for. I feel like it's literally like the rainbow, like the rainbow, like, when the rain is out, right? And then the rainbow comes out and they talk about the pot of luck at the end of the rainbow. It's like, whatever this bullshit is that you're focused on is the rain, but it's like, if you would just look at the rainbow instead of being focused on being so goddamn wet from the rain that you're deciding to stay under. Like, I feel like the rain is like your heart's desire, your soul's purpose. And that pot of luck is that Jupiterian energy that you're blocking because you're too focused on the weather, I know that was a really corny analogy, but that's the best I could come up with right now. Okay. I haven't eaten, and I'm a Taurus, honey. Well, I'm a Virgo sun, but nobody cares. The Hangman. The Hangman for your lesson that you need to be learning here. The Fool, the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, why do you keep delaying a process? It's like, something on an intuitive level, but you keep sacrificing your wants and your needs, like from your soul's wants and your soul's desires and your heart's desires and your heart's needs, and what it is that you need to feel, what it is that you need in order to feel like a whole human being. And it's like, there's something that intuitively, but you keep putting it off, keep putting it off, keep putting it off, Page of Wands in reverse, and you just keep wasting more time. And it's like, hello? Like, go after your passion, like, go after your passion, but it's like, okay, you want to stay comfortable. Like, okay, then stay comfortable, but you have to free those ideas from your basement. So we have House 7 for what Spirit wants to tell you. Tell me about House 7. The Four of Wands. The Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like, for some of you, if this is about an actual like love relationship, it's like, for a lot of you, you want to get married, or you want something committed, or, you want something balanced, you want something equal, etc. Who doesn't? You want to move in with somebody, whatever the case is, but you're feeling really unmotivated because the other person doesn't feel the same. Okay. Or this person is non-committal, and that. And it's like, you keep trying to stay optimistic, but the truth of the situation. Pluto, something has to change. That's at the bottom of the deck. Can I get one more? Speaking of Taurus, Taurus energy, trust, patience, and sensuality. Can I get a card for this, please? Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. It's fine that you want to be comfortable. It's fine that you want to make money or, you know, whatever, if this is about career, but it's also about owning your truth and being more clear on what it is that you want to monetize. It's like, okay, let's go back to the singer thing, right? And I know that it's hard to make it as a singer, okay, but I'm just going to use this as an example. So let's say that you work as a cashier. Okay, great, right? It pays the bills, blah, blah, blah. You're making ends meet barely, whatever. But it's like there's something else that you have a greater gift with. And it's like, wouldn't you rather be making money from that or even supplementing your income from that? So at least you'll have something to supplement your heart's desire, your soul's desire, your soul purpose and for your soul growth. But it's like you may be blocking your own blessings because of that. But it's also, for some of you, you need to get serious about your financial situation, or if this is about a relationship, you need to get serious or become more clear on whether or not you actually want a relationship or you want to be single. And you may be, because Taurus can be kind of slower energy. So, I mean, you could be taking way too much time doing that when you could be taking too much time trying to figure it out or putting it off. So I really feel like this is about you either needing to release, needing to free up your ideas that you just have locked in your basement, as well as your intuition. You know, especially if it's about like a business, or especially if it's about like ideas that you can do like for money, or, you know, whatever you can do for your soul's growth. And if this is about a relationship, it's like, for some of you, you just need to chalk it up as a loss. I hate to say that, but for some of you, you got to chalk it up as a loss, instead of just sitting there staying stuck and just doing the mundane and just acting like it's routine when you're actually not authentically happy. And you actually have options available to you with that Seven of Cups, but you got to open your eyes to see them, and you got to stop sitting around and doing what you're used to and do something that you're not. Okay. So Leo, it was a pleasure. If this reading resonated with you, BrattyTarot.com is where it's at to book a personal reading with me. Please make sure that you check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, etc. If this did not resonate with you, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and my social media platforms are on the screen if you would like to see them, or go follow me. All right, Leo, peace out.